This is me back. Wanted to do a quick video on some purchases I picked up. These are gonna be some games. I have some Xbox, some PlayStation 4, and I think I may have some 5 as well. But we're just gonna go. I know I haven't done a video in a while, but these are some pickups that I've been picking up, and I wanted to just go through these because I got a lot of games to go through. So first game is Bullet Witch. This is a game I think is gonna definitely increase in value since the Xbox stores are gonna be closing soon. So this is one that's the price been steadily increasing. I picked this up. It's a pretty good copy. I wanted to get it, but this game is about you playing as this I guess you would say pretty much this witch in this dystopian future. As you can see, this is an older game, but they were going to 2013, so pretty much humanity has fallen, and you're in a land where you have these demonic creatures, and you have your character, her name is Alicia. She has this gun rod she uses. It's like a rod. She's a witch, but it's a gun slash rod. So you're fighting these enemies and whatnot. So you're playing as this character that's doing all this. Almost pretty much, I guess you would say, somewhat like Bayonetta almost. So this is their, I guess, Xbox take on that, and that is Bullet Witch. All right, next game is a PS4 game. It's kind of, I guess, similar to the game you just saw, but a little different take on it. So that game is Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. Pretty much you playing as 5 girls, and your survival story of 5 high school girls in a set of 1 Chabara, if you know that game. So pretty much you're fighting these enemies with guns and whatnot. You're in this school. You have armor, but your armor is your clothes. So it's a wild game. You're fighting these enemies. They're trying to attack you, and they're trying to tear your armor, clothing off. Pretty wild game. Got it for cheap. I think there's probably a increase in value in the future, and that is Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. Next game, this is an older game that they brought out on the PS4, and that game is Disney classic games, Aladdin, Lion King. So with this, you playing these older games, these classic games that were originally on the Sega. I remember these games. So you're pretty much playing these games. They're a little bit revamped. A little bit of added stuff, so you can see, as you can see here, these were some older games that were on the actual, I remember playing on the Sega. So they brought these for the newer systems that you can play. I think something is missing. Yeah, what you call it, the Jungle Book. I may have to get that one as well. I thought they just had it. I don't know, just noticed that. So yeah, you can play these games. They have a version, I think, with all 3, Jungle Book, Aladdin, and Lion King. Look out for that version as well. But this is Aladdin and the Lion King. All right, next game. This game I know a little bit about. I just like the look of it, and that is Lair of the Clockwork God. Pretty much 2 different verses, 2 different idiots versus all the apocalypse. As you can see, pretty much to save the planet, they'll need to teach an old computer a lot of new tricks, including fear, suffering, and many more of your favorite human emotions. So Lair of the Clockwork God. So I don't know too much about it. I like the look of it, and I wanted to pick it up, so I picked it up, and it looked like a pretty cool game. As you can see from the cover, I think they have another cover as well. that I've seen is a little bit different than that, but pick that up. All right, the next game is a game that I saw. It has a 80s like sci-fi look to it, and that game is Neon City Riders Super Powered Edition. So this game, it reminded me of those old Super Nintendo games. So pretty much you're playing as Rick, a rad mass villager in a search of superpowers and companions to defeat hordes of vicious enemies, solve defiant puzzles, and unlock new paths, complete engaging side quests, and finally free the decaying futuristic Neon City. So it's an action adventure game inspired by 80s sci-fi. Um, so that's what intrigued me the most. I like the look of it, as you can see here. Has that 80s feel. Has a lot of uh, awards for it. So I can't wait to get into that whenever I get a chance. And that is Neon City Riders, like a cool action adventure game that you can pick up. I don't know if I showed it. I'll probably show this one. I got both the Switch and this version. It's best to get the Switch version because the reason the best to get the Switch version because they have another game on here. I think 1993 or something like that. It's another shoot 'em up. This is shoot 'em up type game, Devil Engine. Um, and it comes with, if you get this version, it comes with an extra game with it instead of the American one. So keep that in mind. The difference is this one has a download code for the extra game, and the Switch has the the extra game embedded on the cartridge. So keep that in mind. It's a pretty cool looking shoot 'em up, as you can see here. Very cool. Cool shoot 'em up, plus the extra game 1993 as well as the older. It's one of those older shoot 'em up type games. If you like what you see in here, pick that up as well. Next one is keep going with the shoot 'em ups. This is one of the they say one of the best shoot 'em ups. I think it was on the Saturn as well, and that is Batsugan. Saturn Tribute. I don't know if I show that as well. I'll just grab the stack. But Batsugan is a shoot 'em up style game, as you can see here. It's throwback, to those Saturn shoot 'em up type games. You probably get on the Saturn, it's probably crazy price. Pretty cool game that you can pick up. I'm glad I was able to pick this up. Great shoot 'em up game. Next game is a game that I pre-ordered when I also got one of the games. I don't know if I showed it. Well, Stellar Blade, if I show it later, but I've been playing that. The games I've been playing is Stellar Blade and Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, I'm like chapter 13, I'm almost done. Playing Stellar Blade, so I kind of go between games. So I've been playing that. The next game, it came out the same day, I think it's Stellar Blade, and that is Sandland. So I picked this game up, haven't been able to get into it yet. This is Akira Toriyama. This is one of his first creations, was this this comic, I guess you would say, or this scenario of this game that just came out. This is one of he just recently passed, so this is one of the games he was working on before he passed. And this is one of his original creations before he started. If you don't know who he is, he created Dragon Ball Z. This is one of his original creations, Sandland. So as you can see right there, it shows Akira Toriyama, heroes and vehicles from beyond your imagination. So you, in this world where demons and people live together, and one of the biggest things in this world is war that happen. And water is one of the biggest commodities, because it's like you're in this desert land or whatever. So you're dealing with that. Plus you're going to different areas where you get these different vehicles and you fight different enemies and stuff like that. And you playing as your main character. I forgot his name. As you can see right there. And you have your crew. a cast and crew of characters as you play with as well. Pretty cool game. I got the PS4 version that you can upgrade. Always do that when you're transitioning from a new system. Get the one that you can play on both systems, and it's like the later games in the older system life. They're usually worth more. And why not? You can get this game. It has the upgrade for PS5, and you play it on PS4. So it's common sense. So I picked that up, Sandland. Can't wait to play. I played the demo. Try the demo if you haven't. It's a pretty cool game demo I was playing. Check my page. You can see me playing it. I streamed it. Um, Pretty cool game, Sandland. The next game, I was waiting on this game for a while. It took a while. The next 3 games you'll see, I think, is it 3? Well, the next couple of games, well, I'll tell you. But this game took a while because they did not bring this to the to America. They did, but they only bought it for PS5 and I think Switch. So I had to get the PS4 version overseas, and the PS4 version, like I said before, I try to always get, and that game is Unicorn Overlord. A lot of people didn't know they had this for the PS4, which they do. So I was glad I was able to get that. It took a little while because they pushed it back, and they finally was able to send it. And this is an Atlas game. Pretty much, this is a you liberate your kingdom, reclaim your destiny. So you going. It's pretty much a tactical RPG where you roam the land and you encounter armies, and you amass people with you, from humans, elves, beasts, angels, all type of stuff. And you assemble your teams to create these teams and fight these enemies and amass land, pretty much. So it's a pretty cool game from what I saw. Glad I was able to get this for the PS4. So Unicorn Overlord, pick that up if you haven't. PS4 version, you gotta order it overseas. They do have the PS5 and the Switch version. Unicorn Overlord. Next game, they did not bring this one over. This is another game that I was glad I was able to get. It does play in English. They did not bring this to America, and that is Dragon Quest Infinity Strash. So pretty much the Adventures of Die. So pretty much is a Dragon Quest type game. You know the creator of that. So pretty much in this game, you're playing as the main character. I don't know, I forgot his name, but it's in that Dragon Quest type world. You can tell by the characters how they look. It reminds you of that Dragon Quest type. I heard it was a very cool and great game. It does play in English, as you see. It has the upgrade as well, as you can see. So they did not bring this over here. If you want this, you had to go order it from overseas. Like I said before, it does play in English. Pick that up. Dragon Quest Infinity Strash. All right. Next game is a older. Well, it's not older, but you remember it from the original PlayStation. They brought it on the PS4. I didn't know they did. And it does play in English. The game is, once you see it, be like, oh, it's gonna take you back. Parappa the Rapper. So this is the PS4 version of Parappa the Rapper, a newer style of that, but it's still the old gameplay of the older game, Parappa the Rapper. If you know that, it's like it was one of those first ones that everybody in America remember, of those button pushing mechanics where you had to push the button at a certain point in time to make them dance and move and whatnot. Wants to kick, punch, this and that. If you remember the old Parappa the Rapper, I wanted to pick that up. I didn't know they had it for the PS4, and I seen it, and I was like, let me pick that up. That's Parappa the Rapper. Next game is another game that I wanted to pick up. It's pretty cheap. I got it for the Xbox 360. That game is Brink. That's a slip cover, so just so you guys know, it does come with a slip cover over it. Pretty much, it's made by Bethesda. Art once oceanic paradise has been torn apart by a civil war. Now you must rejoin the resistance or the security faction using the free-running smart move system and arsenal weapons. Fight ever-changing single-player and multiplayer battlefields. So, Bethesda type world, no boundaries, teamwork is everything, and never endless customization. So, like a pretty cool shooting games that I wanted to try out. Wanted to pick up since the 360 store is closing. So I've just been getting certain games, especially for the 360. I haven't really been buying stuff for just Xbox, the newer style. I get it for the PS4, especially with Game Pass. But I've just been getting a lot of 360 games that may disappear if you don't get them. So I've been picking these up. Next game is a PS4 game that I heard good things about. A lot of good ratings about it. Curse of the Dead Gods. So pretty much this game, greed will kill you, greed will save you. You seek untold riches, eternal life, and divine powers. It leads to this accursed temple, seemingly infinite labyrinth of bottomless pits, deadly traps, and monsters. Explore a cruel, dark temple in this skill-based roguelike. Unique curses put a twist on everything in action. Wielding swords, spears, bows, and guns, and more. Face off against powerful champions and deadly boss. So, top tier of the action roguelike genre. So, this is like those roguelike type games. If you're into those type games, I like those rogue games. They're a little bit harder, but they're pretty cool. I heard it's a very good game, so if you like those style of games, pick this up. I heard it's a very good game, and pick it up. Next game is a game that I was able to get when they had the Walmart deals and whatnot. Got this for like $10. I was glad I was able to get it. That's with shipping and everything. And that game is AEW Fight Forever. Glad I was able to get that PS4 version, especially with the PS5 upgrade. Wrestling game. I always was a wrestling fan. Glad I was able to get it. I heard this was an okay game. Heard it was hit with like I don't know if it's microtransactions or something like that, but I'm not paying for nothing, and I'll just play it with just what I got. So I was able to get that, especially for like $10. Can't beat that. Like a pretty cool game to pick up. Glad I was able to get this for $10. I know a lot of people, it was sold out at times, but it came back. But if you ever able to get this, check your Walmarts. I was able to get this on Amazon. They had it for $10, and I hairpin scooped that. So pick that up. Next game these are some of the games that I had to wait on. I had ordered these. These are overseas games. All three of these next games that I'm gonna show, and let me run through them real quick. First game is if you're into it's a PS4 game, you're into the River City games and whatnot. This is a River City game. It's River City Saga. So River City Saga, if you want to know the name of it, it's a beat 'em up action type game. If you know River City games, like a pretty cool game. Reminds me of those old River City games. A lot of those games were like on the not Sega, but the Nintendo and Super Nintendo. A lot of the games never came over. I'm trying to focus in. So I was glad I was able to get this. It's a beat 'em up action. So I was like, I don't think it has English, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a beat 'em up action game. You don't really need it, and I like a pretty cool game that I wanted to pick up. So pick that up, River City Saga if you want to pick this up. A cool cover. Next game, the next game is a shoot 'em up game. I like how it looked. This is a remake of original game that came out for the arcade that they redid over. That game is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this is it Radurgi? Radurgi. It's a shoot 'em up style game, a shoot 'em up game. Um, that originally this is Radurgi 2. Radurgi 1 is the original one, and so it's a shoot 'em up game that came out I think 2005 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So this game is the original game but repurposed. So they like gave it a new look to it, a new skin to it. As you can see, it looked like a very cool game from what I saw. It's a shoot 'em up type game. Um, Cool, look really cool and fun. Game that you can throw in if you're into shoot 'em ups. Pick this game up. It's a pretty cool game. Radurgi Part 2. Next game, this is a game I think they had out that never came out, and it uses like the RPG Maker type. I think RPG Maker person had used RPG Maker and made a game. It was only digital, and they finally made a physical for it, and that game is IB for the PS4. So I know very little about this game. I know it's a horror style game. This is the collector edition for the PS4. It comes with that. Comes with an art book. I don't know if it comes with a soundtrack. I think it's just the game and an art book. So it's made in like that RPG Maker style. And it's like a horror type game. I think it does have English. Like a pretty cool game. Heard good things about it. A lot of people were wanting it real bad, physical, and they made a physical for it, but it was only overseas. So pick that up. IB, pick that up. That's gonna be it for these games. There's a lot of games, so run this back if you want to look at it. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, and thanks for watching.